Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things that you can do in order not to go crazy during lockdown or quarantine. I know some of those things might not be applicable everywhere you are currently in the world, because I know there are different restrictions for the different countries, but anyway, I decided to share those with you, so I hope you like them. First tip that I have for you is see people. Yes, I know, hold your tomatoes. I know this goes against what the National Health Organization is saying, what your government is saying, what your probably family and friends are saying. But guys, I think this is the #1 rule that we need to follow in order not to go crazy during quarantine. And that is exactly to see people. We're created to be social beings, and I know there are introverts and extroverts, and I know some people probably prefer to, live in the mountains with no human contact whatsoever. But most of the people actually enjoy being around other people, and that's a huge part for your mental and physical health. Most of us need a human contact and a physical presence of a person next to you with whom you can share your feelings, you can share experiences, you can share how your day went. We naturally enjoy being surrounded by love. I know quarantine and lockdown can be hard on gathering all of your friends together in one place, but it doesn't need to be every single one of your friends. You can just have one. Yeah, just start with one friend. I think that's enough. One you can share your feelings, one person to whom you can be a blessing. I'm quite sure that having a relationship like that in your daily life will definitely motivate you and leave you feeling better. And even when you're back home by yourself, you will be able to enjoy more the things that you're doing by yourself, just because of the physical interaction that you have during the day. I think that being isolated is the worst thing that you can do for your mental and for your physical health. Tip #2, and this is go outside. Make it a priority to go out in the sunshine, go out in the rain, go out in the snow, whatever the weather conditions are. I think you should be going out. Well, of course, if there is too hot or too cold for a human being and it's dangerous to be outside, it will be dangerous for your life, sure, stay in. But in the other cases, I think that you should make it a habit to go out and to be outdoors. I'm currently reading a book about people that live to be 100 years old, and one of the things that I noticed that all of them are doing is actually walking. And walking, no matter the climate, no matter the weather outside, they're just walking. So they all took long walks or even a short walk during the day, but they didn't stay on their couch the whole day, what we have currently happening in our culture, watching Netflix and staying on the couch, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I think that there should be a time for everything. So don't let the time that you're having sitting on the couch watching Netflix offset the walk that you're going to do to tone up your day. So put on your raincoat, put on your headphones, listen to music, listen to a podcast, and just go for a walk. You can do that by yourself. You don't need other people to do that. It can be somewhere in the nature, or it can be somewhere in the half-empty streets of your city that you live in. I don't think you're doing anything wrong by going outside for a walk, and I don't think you're jeopardizing anyone's health when you're going out for a walk. That is what personally kept me sane during quarantine, and I made it a habit to go out each and every day, even if it's like walking around the park. When the parks were closed, I started walking around them, but I was doing some walks. I mean, you cannot, I know in my country things were not that strict, let's say, as in other countries, but I know right now in lockdowns, I heard in the UK that actually they're allowing to have 1 walk per day for exercise, which is, I think this is the minimum that you need, so at least do the minimum. This is what will be my advice for you. Another good thing about going out is that you can share your experience, even though you might get some hate after that, but I was doing it anyway. I would take pictures of where I go, and then I was posting on stories on Instagram and Facebook. Some people would hate me and were like, why don't you stay at home and save the world? But other people like, oh, where did you go? And I actually shared with them, and then they went to the same place and enjoyed themselves. So make sure you go out, make sure you share your pictures, and make sure that you spread the positive vibes. That I would suggest to you is invest in a hobby. We all have hobbies, and now it's the time to invest in your hobbies. And regardless of what your hobby might be, it might be cooking, it might be doing some sport, it might be playing some instrument. You have no idea the amount of resources you have just in YouTube that you can go and actually learn a skill by yourself. So now you have the time to invest time and to invest money. I know not all of you work from home, but even if you don't, then you still have the weekends, and if the things are closed, and if restaurants and things that we usually go to are closed, you can buy that online course. Now you have the time to do. The possibilities are just endless, and I think that's amazing, and I think we should take advantage of it, because we never know when we'll be having such a time that we have right now, even though if we are judging by how things are unfolding, it might be for a long time. But yeah, why not take advantage of it right now? I have a fourth one, and it's a bonus one, and it's actually the one that's most important for myself, and this is spend time with God and spend time in prayer and in God's word. Okay, I know that if you don't believe in God, or if you don't believe in Jesus, that might sound weird to you, but personally for me, and I know a lot of people will relate, starting my day with prayer and gratitude and just spending time in God's word, even if it's like a short prayer, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes, it doesn't have to be 20, it doesn't even have to be 10 minutes. It can be something very short, like, God, I'm so thankful for another day. I'm so thankful that I woke up today. Show me what you have today for me. Show me, guide my path. What can I do to be a blessing to someone? Give me wisdom for the situations that I'm going to encounter throughout the day. That itself, it's a great start of the day, at least for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you're already implementing some of the tips that I mentioned, or if you're doing something else that is really helping you stay sane during quarantine and lockdown. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.